if I were to ask you to think of Halloween-themed Sega stuff, chances are you'll instantly think of famous video games, like The House of the Dead 1, The House of the Dead 2, The House of the Dead 3, The Typing of the Dead, and Yakuza Dead Souls. But in recent years, Sega have really embraced the spooky season with Sonic. Over in Japan, a vampire-themed Sonic mascot, who I dub Dracula Sonic, does the rounds at Tokyo Joypolis, entertaining guests and visitors alike. Dracula Sonic has even been turned into a plushie, and he normally appears on various promotional imagery advertising Halloween events around the famous Sega theme park. But in recent years, both Sega of America and Sega of Europe have also embraced the spooky season, and several Halloween-themed Sonic characters have had official artwork created and released. Which brings me onto today's video subject. The UK and EU Sega shop, which is run by Numskull Designs, have recently released a bunch of Sonic-themed Halloween items, and you can buy these right now on their website. And they got in touch with me and asked, hey, would you like to review some of our products? Naturally, I said yes. So let's take a look at some of the new Halloween-themed Sonic products from Numskull and see if your collection could do with being a bit more spooky. So the full range actually includes 2 different items of clothing, and let's take a look at one of those now. And we start off with the t-shirt, and this thing is awesome. Just feast your eyes on this. Some of you are probably screaming right now, put this thing in the green hell zone! To that I say, no chance. This shirt is too awesome to go in there. That is Dr. Eggman standing in a graveyard. But it's not just any Dr. Eggman, this is Skeleton Zombie Dr. Eggman, or Dr. Deadman as I'm calling him. This official artwork on official merchandise officially showing that Eggman has died and become a skeleton zombie in a graveyard. This is so badass. I love how the zombified robots appear to be rising from their graves. This shirt is such a cool shirt. You could easily wear it outside of the spooky season too, such as at conventions, assuming we'll ever have conventions again. Now, I'm not really the best person to demonstrate how cool this t-shirt looks right now. But don't worry, because I've hired a model who is going to try on the clothes. And according to his references, he's young, he's fit, he appeals to today's youth. It's Mr. Bones. Hello, Mr. Bones.
Hi.
Do you want to try on an awesome t-shirt?
Ah.
As you can see, the t-shirt is available sizes small to size Mr. Bones, and he looks simply incredible in this. Made from 100% cotton, and it's a t-shirt with skeleton zombie Eggman on it. What more could you ask for? But it's not the only piece of Halloween-themed clothing which is available right now. There's also this little beanie hat. It too has Halloween-themed Sonic characters on it, only this time we have Tails as a mummy. Mummified Tails, everybody! And we also have Sonic, who appears to have forgotten his Halloween costume. Well, actually no, there is something about him which is a little bit different. His eye colour for starters is clearly different, but I really can't tell what he's supposed to be. The item description on the website simply says that he's undead. Wait a minute. Sonic Zombie? Sonic is a zombie now! But regardless as to what Sonic's supposed to be, he's standing by a huge cauldron or sack full of tasty treats. The hat feels soft and warm as a good beanie would. It's a fun spooky themed item, but it's not really important what I think. What do you think about it, Mr. Bones? Oh, Mr. Bones, it looks adorable on you. Do you like the hat, Mr. Bones?
Ah.
Excellent. Would you model it for us?
Yeah.
As you can see, now that he has his shirt and hat on, Mr. Bones is able to go outside in the cold and doesn't have to worry about his skin or muscles getting the chills. He can now do all the good things a spooky, scary skeleton should do, like peeping through people's windows and scare them to death. Mr. Bones seems to really enjoy his new outfit. But there are a few other non-clothing themed items which have also been released. The first is something that I knew I had to get my hands on. A pair of Halloween-inspired Sonic pin badges. Now you might say I'm somewhat of an expert when it comes to Sonic-themed pin badges, so I'm really excited about taking a look at these. There's 2 designs in the Sonic Halloween pin set. We have Dracula Sonic and Tails, but he's not just any Tails. It's Scientist Tails, but he's not just any scientist. He's a mad scientist. He's Mad Scientist Tails. Whilst we've seen the Dracula Sonic design before, I've never seen the Mad Scientist Tails design before. It looks really cool. Tails is wearing those goggles and a lab coat, and he's even holding a test tube which is overflowing with some bubbly liquid. Dracula Sonic is rising from a coffin, and he's even wearing a cape, and you can just make out his waistcoat, and if you look really closely, you can actually make out a vampire fang. It's such a cool attention to detail. I'm not too sure I'm a fan of the text on this one, but that's the only real negative I have about this pin badge. Now you might be thinking, why are they just coloured green? Well, these pins have a really cool party trick, and I'm going to show you it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, they're glowing! Yes, these pins are actually glow-in-the-dark pin badges, and I'm really impressed at how well this effect actually looks. So I really hope that my camera is actually picking up this effect well for you, because in person, this effect is great. You can make out the details crystal clear on the pins. Out of the hundreds of Sonic-themed pin badges that I own, I have nothing like this. It's a really unique and an absolute must-have for pin badge collectors. I do, however, have one very big issue with this design though, that being you can only get these pin badges in a glow-in-the-dark style. Don't get me wrong, I love these and I do highly recommend them, but personally I would love there to have been a standard graphic design of these characters as a pin badge, and I would have instantly bought them if those had been available as well. In fact, now that I say that, the Halloween designs for the Sonic characters are not only unique, but they're also really good, and I would love to have them on something that's not likely to fade over time, and something that I can actually use or look at all year round. I feel that they may have missed a trick to give us a treat here. I really do hope that if next year they do some more Halloween Sonic themed pins, they'll be standard pins so we can actually see the actual design of these without any kind of special effects on them. So, we've had clothing, we've had pins, we've had Mr. Bones, but now it's time for something more primal. I bring you fire! The final item which I received was actually released last year, and I'm actually quite surprised that this is still available. It's currently at a very discounted price, and it's limited to only 300 units worldwide. The Sonic Halloween Scented Candle. So this is quite a niche item, but for those of you who are interested in picking it up, you should be aware of one little thing. The scent from this thing is very potent. Yes, I know it's a scented candle and it's supposed to give off an aroma, but you can actually smell the scent of this thing before you even light it for the first time. In fact, you can even smell the scent when you put the lid on the candle. It's that potent. So you've probably noticed that there's actually a design running around the outside of the tin, and it's actually quite cool, so let's take a closer look at that now. We have Dracula Sonic with a Death Egg inspired moon looking down on him, and next to him we have Tails, but as a werewolf. Yeah, if you can actually believe this, there's official Sonic team designed artwork of Tails dressed as a werewolf, and it looks pretty awesome. And standing next to Tails, we have Pirate Knuckles, yarr! Please release merch based on these designs as a pin badge set. They're too awesome for this not to happen. Well anyway, what does the scented candle smell like? It's described as being cranberry and ginger, but personally the ginger smell is very overpowering and it almost resembles a cinnamon spice. It's a really niche thing. It's definitely something for collectors who specialise in either unique items or for people like Mr. Bones who want mood lighting when trying to raise the dead. So guys, my overall thoughts on the Sega Shop's Halloween themed Sonic items. As a collector of Sonic pins, I'm completely biased. They're my favourite, but the t-shirt is absolutely badass. It totally rocks. I love the design of Dr. Deadman and I think it looks awesome. The beanie hat is also a really nice item, though obviously when it gets warmer, you're not going to want to wear it. The candle is cool in a really niche collector's item way. It's not a bad item, but if you're not a fan of the smell of ginger, you're really not gonna like this one. If this does become a yearly thing and next year we get more Halloween themed Sonic items, I really think the Sega shop should look into making either pin badges or something small and physical which uses the Halloween themed Sonic designs but actually keeps their original colouring. It's a shame that the Eggman shirt and the beanie hat are the only items which keep the original graphic designs, but they don't have all the characters, and they don't have all the characters together. Something like a pin badge set, or even dare I say mini figures which can be arranged together that shows off these designs would be so cool. But this current range, it's not bad. In fact, odds are you'll find something in it that you really like. I for one highly recommend the pin badges just because the glow in the dark effect is really cool and it's really unique. And the t-shirt is an absolute must-have, along with probably the beanie as well, just because it's so cool to see those characters in their original colouring. But what do you guys think about these? Please let me know in the comments, and since Numskull will likely be checking out this video, leave them a comment as well to say what items you want to see in the future. And please, join me in thanking today's guest star, Mr. Bones, for stepping in as model for this video. And you can do that by liking the video and clicking that subscribe and bell notification button. See you next time. Thank you so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to click that like, subscribe, and the bell notification button. If you'd like to support the channel and the work I do further, please check out my Patreon page, like these incredible people did. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.